welcome to my thoughts. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the movie Sweet Liberty, written and directed by Alda. Now, obviously, you guys can probably tell by this point that I am a huge Alda fan, considering my constant posting on Tumblr about Alda, MASH, and pretty much anything he's been in. I've watched movies like Canadian Bacon and Glass House specifically for Alda. And another actor that you might not know is one of my favorites is John C. McGinley, who played Dr. Cox on Scrubs, who is my favorite character on the show. He was in Platoon, which I knew about and I hadn't seen. And then I was watching an interview that John C. McGinley did, where he mentioned the role that got him his Screen Actors Guild card. Sweet Liberty with Alda. And he told this whole story about how he did this pole vaulting thing, which he does in the movie. And he says, and he talks about it, and it's awesome. And then that, to me, was awesome, because it's my two favorite actors. My two favorite actors in the same movie. I mean, how rare is that? Unless your two favorite actors happen to act in the same thing. This is the rarest thing ever. I never thought I'd see it. So, obviously, I went on Netflix and I rented the DVD because I had to see it. And I wasn't disappointed. Now, it definitely is an Alda movie, and John C. McGinley has a very tiny role, but it's awesome. The movie was good. I'll run you through the basic plot of the movie. The basic plot is that Alda plays a history professor who wrote this book about the American Revolution. And then Hollywood adapts it into a comedy. You can see why that would be a problem. Obviously, it's the trials and tribulations of trying to keep your integrity while they make a movie that's basically a mockery of your original work. I've never made a movie, and I've never written a book that has gotten turned into a movie, but I'm assuming that it's a very common occurrence for them to completely screw it up. Considering I've reviewed a couple of bad adaptations, so there you go. But it was amazing. It was a really good movie. I wouldn't say it's the best movie I've ever seen, because I've seen movies that are better, but it was a really good movie. Probably in my top 10 movies that I've seen in 2015 so far. It not only does it have Alda, it has Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Caine, Bob Hoskins, and it's pretty friggin' awesome. And, John C. McGinley is a tiny role, but whenever he showed up, I had a huge smile on my face, because that was half the reason I was watching this movie. For John C. McGinley, because he is, honestly, one of my favorite actors, and, no, it was awesome. It was a very good movie. I'll admit, Alda's character is a little slow on the take, for some of the stuff. But again, Alda wrote it, so I expect that was his doing, but it was a really good movie. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to see a movie that either has Alda in a very big role, John C. McGinley in a very tiny but memorable role, or watch a movie about making a movie about the American Revolution with the three things that apparently back then in the 80s that kids were looking for in movies.
1. Defy authority. 2. Destroy property. 3. Take people's clothes off.
So, it's a great movie. I highly recommend it. Alda, obviously, I was going to love it either way. Totally worth watching. Even if you're not a big Alda fan and you're a big John McGinley fan, his few scenes that he has are definitely worth watching the entire movie. And plus, again, Bob Hoskins, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Michael Caine. So if Alda and John C. McGinley wasn't enough, you have them, which should be enough to make you watch the movie. Anyway, that's all the time we have for my thoughts today. If you'd like to see more of my thoughts, you can subscribe and watch my other shows too. Do you agree with me? Have you seen the movie? Did you like the movie? Did you think that John C. McGinley's role wasn't as memorable as I thought it was? Tell me in the comments. And maybe consider supporting the show on Patreon. So, I'll see you guys next time on My Thoughts.
Sweet Liberty.